Okay, it stopped recording on me, but what we did, or what I think we did, what we did is we just attached this fleece to the back, and we want to make sure it stays there because it's covering the computer. We're going to do the line along the top at the last minute. This is a good, let's give it a try again. Okay. So we have to flip and flip. I always forget about the flipping. I already talked about that. So this is not square, it's just what I had. We are going to sew that up this edge. Let's do that. Sew it right up the edge. Okay. Let's get a few more pins. Just lessons learned. Again, try not to cut yourself. If you do, bleed on the opposite side. There we go. We're just going to do that at the end. Don't worry about it. Okay. Again, cut. That's way too much to come out. Pull it in. Don't need to waste there. Take it out on this side. No wonder I had difficulty. Went over that bend. We got our two tails. Good. Okay. Double check it again. Oh, this is annoying. Double check. But maybe I think learned a few things which I'm trying to pass along. Okay, centered. Let's center it. We're agreed with that? Looks pretty good. Looks nice and centered. Where's the... Where did you go? There are you. There are you. 21. I can do it this way. Yeah, that's good. 21. 10. Falling nicely, covering the keyboard. I will iron that afterward, but that was very handy having the center bit. And so where are we going to sew is the question. Where do we make our other line? Or should I switch it to gold? Should I switch it to gold? Well, I probably have gold. So I like gold a lot. I do. I have enough just for a line. Excellent. Marvelous. Fantastic. Yeah. Probably was for this project. Okay. Let's pop that in. What are we doing? To the what? What? I hear you. Can't hear you. Gauche. To the left. See? You want to pull freely. Pop. Oops. Pop it in. Don't need to waste thread here. Pull it down. Hold your thread at the top. Let it come up. And it'll pull it. You don't have to do anything. Let it do what it's supposed to do. Okay. So, where do we want the line? Because visually, that works nicely. And if the brand comes through on the other side, which I'm not sure it will or won't, let's do a little piece of here. If I'm going to sew on this side, I might sew on the outside, what's going to come through? Let's have a look. Come on. The brown will come through on the top. Actually, that's not bad. That'll work. So we're going to go from the top, and we're going to sew on this side. And it's going to be tight. No, not looking good. See, it's all going all over the way. Not looking nice. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to take this out. So I tried to do a hem along here with the sewing machine. It did not work, and the line was not correct. It's too much for this. The thickness is too much, and I'm not that good a sewer. And as I'm trying to take it out, I go from this side. Not a good idea. Go from the underside. And I pulled out a few threads. So now I'm realizing what I'm just going to do is just do a little bit on the other side with with your hand. You have to do it hand stitch. So you have to think about also your little needles that you have. This little needle looks great because it feels super sharp, and I just took it out. The little one, and think about that whenever you're choosing. And also, what feels better for your hand? I have big hands for a sewer. A lot of times they're dainty little ladies. Older ladies, I don't know if you know, they had such small hands and such small feet. Always go into an antique store and look at the shoes. The shoes literally are the size for children nowadays. Shoe sizes have become ridiculous. Now, this is J&P Coats Super Sheen 100 yards 50 boil fast. Not sure what that means, but you know it's old because it is in wood. Again, from my sewing class. Those of you thinking she gets a lot from her sewing class, be aware I volunteered at that building for a good 9 years and donated literally hundreds of pounds of clothing. Hundreds. So we're just going to keep the front bit higher. We're just going to do a little sew along the edge. We're not going to go all the way through and ruin it like I did. And we're just going to go along. Am I going the right way? Yes. I think I am. Again, I learned by doing. Take the little tail off so you don't ruin the look. Don't cut your knot. And then just do, I think it's a running stitch down the edge. Very sharp needle. Don't go through all. You just want to get, you just want it not to be obvious from the other side. But just go down. Probably doing this backwards. But the needle feels good. And it feels good to the eye. I'm doing it so it's not visible from the other side. Hopefully, don't pull too hard. It'll pull on it. And that's working nicely. So I'm going to have to hand stitch this whole thing. Not the whole thing. Just, oops, I did that wrong. That's another type of stitch. Let's try that. Oh, that's really nice. So I will let you go and then I'll show you at the end.